Okay, looks like we have everything ready. Cool guitar riffs. Yes, this is from Macross, actually. Oh, which is this? Fire Bomber Planet Dance. Fire Bomber Planet Dance. There we go. That's the song name. This is from Macross 7. He's just a funky boy. Anyway, let us begin. Let me, Slammo. Haha! Here we are. Everything probably works. Also, I think this should work. Let me see. Will it work? Got it. This should be a follower emote. I believe I said it like that. Blap, blap, blap. We got a lovely new emote in the chat now. Haha. And followers should be able to use it here. I got the Pog emote from a lovely, lovely artist. Let me get her shout out as well. Let me make sure I type her name correctly. That also helps a lot. Inali. There we go. This is made by Inali. Lovely art streamer. There we go. Yeah. Yep, she made this emote for me. I wanted it a while back, and yeah, lovely artist. Follow her off then. And yeah. This is a I won't call it a spoiler just because this is a long overdue thing which I never finished designing of a semi-humanoid form. And yeah, I gave her the references and she made this emote for me. Haha. So there's now semi-humanoid Pog emote of me. Huzzah. There we go. Got it earlier, and I apparently have I have the instant emote upload available for my account. Apparently. Haha. So yeah, instantly into the channel to use. Also is in the Discord to use as well. And yeah. So anyway, yeah. So without further ado, I have... The plan was I'd be working on painting this thing tonight completely. Just search glasses guy looks like good together. Yes, indeed. Let's say that shows a trip. And welcome to Macross. Yeah, I was going to continue painting this big tighter thing, and I will continue painting it. But first, I have a Necromunda game tomorrow. And I need to build one more guy for the game. After the last game, I got a free Juve recruited into my gang. And I gave him a very experimental 50% chance to blow up and kill him gun. And so I need to model to represent him. So very quickly today, it's going to be a rapid build one guy, prime him, paint him, boom, one go. Build, prime, paint, Mr. Juvie McJuveface, most extremely expendable, will not miss you if you die guy, who will then be reused over and over again anytime I have a sacrificial new guy I need to use. So yes. Necrodoc, indeed. So yeah, hold on, let me, that camera should not have darkened when I put that on the screen. That means auto exposure turned on again. Boom, no, I want fixed exposure. There we go. So I now need to make Gangy McGang face, Juvie McJuve face, Chumpy McChump face, Mr. Assigned to die instead of all my other characters. Necrodiosi, yeah. So, yeah. I need to just see who is the most expendable looking body here. What I should do is just build a bunch of these bodies beforehand. Leave the arms off until I know what to give them. Oh, hey, hold on. Here we go. Motu Fist. He looks very expendable with his 2 pistols. And fun fact, the guy, my Juvie McJuveface, he has 2 pistols. He has 1 pistol. I won a territory that gives me, but I can upgrade any of my weapons with a special ability like Seismic, which is really great. But it also makes the weapon unstable, which means on a 1, 2, 3, the gun blows up and potentially kills the guy using it. So 50% chance to die every time I use the gun. So why would I not give it to the free guy I got for free at the lowest ranks in the gang? So yeah, I think what I'm going to do is, since I have that ability, I'm just going to make one guy. Actually, I'm going to make one guy. He's going to have a pistol for sure, and then just have a bunch of weird shit on him, and he's going to be Mr. Chumpy McChumpface will get all the dangerous equipment all the time. Yes, a science suicide bomber. So I need to make a Chumpy McChumpface who will have cool things on him, but then have barely be Mr. Expendable. And I think, let's see, I kind of like the Rocky guy, but Rocky also is meant for a power fist. He might be a bit too. Oh wait, hold on, no, hold on. Oh, Mr. Zeke here. He get his body's meant for holding two guns, and Mr. Chumpy McChumpface is going to get all the experimental weapons. So yeah, I think I'm going to run with Zeke here. He's one of the simpler bodies. He's posed in a way to handle two weapons. Like, all right, we're going with Zeke. Let's make sure I actually have enough bodies for Zeke, because I do know the set comes with two sets of bodies of each. Oh, actually, I never did use. After all that deciding, I forgot. I actually didn't use one full set of bodies, so maybe Chumpy McChumpface is just going to be whoever was the body I didn't use. Yeah, okay, never mind. After all that deciding, let's just go with leftover body. So leftover body is it's Narcos. Okay, that can work as well. He's moving. He can have two weapons. And he's got the experimental rounds at his belt. Okay, never mind. Okay, that still works. Okay, so Chumpy McChumpface is going to be Narcos. And he's going to have a pistol for sure, because the weapon I specifically gave him right now is the highly unstable pistol. And then maybe I'll give him a fun offhand weapon just to convey that he's running full experimental. It's like he thinks he's been given all the good gear because he's the next best dude, when in fact, no, you're Chumpy McChumpface. You're getting the most dangerous piece of equipment possible that no one else would even consider using. And you just don't know better. 'Tis as is the way in Necromunda, obviously. So yeah, this is fun because it's like, instead of having, oh, my guys are the elite space marines or whatever, it's like, no, you are Chumpy McChumpface. You will die in the next battle. It'll be amazing if you don't. And you're gonna go out in a blaze of glory in whatever the random bullshit I can give you. I had to do one as well, because, there's the Wreckers with jump booster packs as well. I need to make a similar Chumpy McChumpface with a jump booster. Because the jump booster things are really weird, where you can fly around, but if you use any template weapon, you also gain a chance to blow yourself up. And I was like, yes, very good. Oh, I need to pop the explosion up. There you go. So yeah, so I need an on-foot Chumpy McChumpface and a jump pack Chumpy McChumpface. Wreckers. Is this? Yeah, there you go. There we go. This is the Arms Master and Wreckers. The Wreckers are they are considered part of the lowest ranks, but they are given these experimental jetpacks that have a chance to make them just fall flat on their face, a chance for them to just blow themselves up as they're using it. But yeah, and there's a lady. She's leaping down with twin knives, and yeah, they're also expendable, and they're given the very, very unsafe jump packs. So I need to make a Chumpy McChumpface with a jump pack, and a Chumpy McChumpface without the jump pack. The record's pretty, yeah, indeed. This is a weird box where it gives you lowest of the low, given the experimental shit, and the arms masters, the literal weapon expert, and some doggies. I need to make doggies as well. Yeah. Although right now, for the way the settlement works, all the gangs have a settlement territory. At the end of a battle, you roll 2 dice. If you get a 6 on any of the dice, you get a free regular foot guy joins your gang. You don't have to pay any money to hire them. The Wreckers, though, I gotta pay 60 credits no matter what. I can never get them for free. So they're a case of they're Chumpy McChumpface when I have a very specific task I want to do, and I'm willing to pay 60 credits for. But this guy he's Chumpy McChumpface for free. He costs nothing beyond the 5 credits I spent on his gun. And so, yeah. gonna be fun. I'll probably have to make at least 2 more of these Champion Machamp faces of each type. But right now, I gained 1, and there's a good chance I'm going to lose models, so a model that dies will end up reincarnating back as another Champion Machamp face. So, yeah, bullshit and shenanigans abound. Let me just grab all these guys' pieces and pick an appropriate remaining head. And we can go to town with this. I'm probably going to look into like some extra 3D printed bodies and stuff just to account for all these accessories we get. I think... Where's your shoulder pad? Here you go. That's the last shoulder pad. Mecha's a pretty edgy idea. Couple months. Oh yeah, the thing about the Transformers mechas. Oh, the Transformers ones do fit the other Transformers mechas. Hey, well there we go then. So yeah, just fun shenanigans in the Underhive. Yeah, I would say the rules for Necromunda from the game I played so far, the rules seem pretty good. Tons of things to reference, unfortunately, for your stats. But once you get through that, the rules seem okay. Missions, missions could use a bit more balancing, honestly, but what can you do? Anyway, I don't know. Let me just build this body up first. Then I can try to choose funny experimental weapons for this guy to hold and see what comes about with it. And pretty much, I don't know how long it's going to take me to do this. I might not even get to the big robot yet. But my plan is build it right as on stream. Build it right now. Very rough prime it. Because again, we're talking about Necromunda. Nothing's going to look perfect. And then paint it up in one go. One sitting. One guy. Built, primed, painted. Done. Just YOLO it in one night. For use tomorrow. Most of also may prove to myself that I can actually finish that. This case, I can probably do it if I don't get distracted. And because it's only one guy, I can focus a bit more on him. And we'll see. Let's just see how it goes. Thankfully, I also have a very simple paint scheme. And all the paints are right here on my desk. And I said to myself, I'm going to do is I'm going to get these guys just slightly above battle ready, which is basically based with three colors applied. And then if any of them tend to perform better than the rest, then I will give them the extra details they may deserve. So pretty much, the nicer they look, that means the longer they stayed alive for and more they've earned to their colors, literally. Until then, they get just a slightly above basic paint job. And in quarter that. There we go. I'll still sand them nicely though. It's still worth getting them properly sanded. Design achievement, yes. The Necromunda is all about looking good and blazing guns. You gotta earn your looks, though. God, I did give my leader for House Orlok. There's a thing called legendary names where you can have pretty much you gain a reputation, so you gain a legendary name, and then you have like special bonus on it. My leader has a reputation called Prettier Than Primus, so he's prettier than the Lord of Necromunda. And from that, somehow he just earns more money for the gang after the games. Maybe you know, fangirls and simps giving him offerings and stuff. I made him a K-pop idol. Yeah, Primus. That's the planetary governor, I think, of Necromunda. And basically, he's prettier than Primus. He's that fucking good looking. And yes, I realized the reference. Primus, not Star Wars, Transformers. Oh my god. Is that a reference? Amazing how these series tend to overlap. Like the local Transformers god, yes indeed. What could go wrong? There we go. Also, I don't know why. This is a new bottle of Tamiya cement because I have this Mr. Hobby cement. I've had the thing for a year or two, and I think it's gone flat. It doesn't dissolve that well anymore, but this brand new Tamiya one works fine. So I guess the cements have a shelf life. Or I just never... Or maybe it evaporated or something. I don't know. But yeah, right now I'm doing a lot more building. I'm going through the cement really quickly. This was at to the top before, and it's now at the levels at the sticker. And this has only been like, what, 1 week since I've had this new pot. So yeah, I've been building a lot off stream. I built a few Predator tanks, which I got off stream just because I needed to build them to try out. And yeah, they were pretty cool. Anyway, okay. One of these guys playing Necromunda with Transformers fans. The GoBots! Haha. Everyone's probably a fan of everything. Of course, this is also a thing where... No, actually, it would have been around the same era. Yeah. I do know, was it... Yeah. Back in Age's time, was the first named Inquisitor in Warhammer was Sherlock Obi-Wan Clouseau or something. Like, they literally ripped off the popular name characters then. And that was the first ever named Inquisitor in Warhammer. And that was just funny as heck. Okay, anyway, let me see. We have the body. I'll pick a head from the remaining heads. I'm probably... Let's see. Do I have a very chumpy looking head here? Do we have a very gullible looking face? Actually, you know what? Guy giving all the experimental equipment and stuff. Why don't we have him with the funny little laser visor face? You know, he's been given the cool equipment, so here's a cool visor for you to use with your new weapons. Yeah, the safety first. And the visor's like the worst quality visor possible. It's not going to protect him at all. Okay, so now, let's see. Weapon choices. Okay, so now... Remember, this is a pose where he's going forward. His right body is forward. This is a left-hand pistol. This is... Yeah, that's left-hand pistol. This is a right-hand pistol. This is a right-hand other pistol. Cheap, cool-looking visor from AliExpress. Yes, literally. That's a auto pistol from the right hand. That's another auto pistol from the right hand. What else we have? We have knife. What is 23? Is 23 something? Oh, I don't know. 23 is like holding a rifle hand. Let's see. Number 6. That's a pistol pointing downwards. I want a bit more of an active pose. That's a left hand pose. 14. Hold on, I'm just looking at the instructions repeatedly to see where these pistol poses go. Ooh. John Crow. Oh god, picture. Holding his gun up forward. Tactically holding his gun upwards looks kind of cool. Let's see. Yeah, maybe. Where was 14? No, was it? No, 45. This one. Let's see how this arm looks on the body. Okay, this is going to be a slow part of just finding what looks good for Mr. Chumpy face here. We're going to make him the most tactical looking dude as the most expendable dude. Which means I'm probably going to have a bunch of snipped off weapons I may or may not end up using. But that'll just go straight into the box for spare parts use. There we go. Also, this thing as well, I might actually kind of gives me edgelord vibes with the cape. Yup. That's what I think was it. I might actually leave some mold lines on the weapons and stuff, just to make it look like these were really cheaply made weapons where you can see the parts didn't align right in the mold. So, let's see. Let's, I don't know, bit of blue tack to hold that in place. Yeah. Well, look at that. He's running forward. He's running forward. He's got his gun up. He's going, aha! I am coming. He's doing a tactical, the tactical run. Okay, I'm kind of liking that. So basically, my coolest looking guy is Mr. Expendable. So now I need to get something in the left hand. Let's see. That's the right hand. That's the right hand. Left hand. So here's a left hand pistol. That's a left hand auto pistol here as well. That's another left hand. Okay, so here's another left hand stub gun here. He's got a bandana on his arm with that one. Okay. That's right hand. Left hand knife. Hi, Pogma. Welcome. How you doing? More, do you Pogma? Any other left hand? That's a left hand here. Okay, I think that's the extent of the left hand weapons I have in this runner. So let me see. I'm thinking. It would be kind of cool to have. No, he's Mr. Experimental. He's going to have different weapons in each hand. He also have the very inconvenient revolver load. So, okay, so he has a drum-fed pistol in one hand, and then a revolver-fed pistol in the other hand. Meaning it's going to be fucking impossible for him to hold both guns to reload the guns anyway. Make it as inconvenient for him as possible. Yeah, okay, yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Yeah. So, let's see how this arm fits into the left side. Okay, I'm rapidly building. I'm gonna rapidly build, prime, paint up this little Necromunda Warlock ganger, cause as a Juve for my gang, because I've got a game tomorrow, and I need one expendable dude, which I hired last week after a battle for free from a bonus. And I was like, oh shit, I need a model from now because I also gave him a highly experimental weapon that has a 50% chance of blowing up in his hand and killing him instantly. So this is Mr. Expendable here. And I'm making him the most tactical looking guy since he's going to get all the very, very dangerous weapons. Let's see, so... There we go. Let's see, do I... Oh, wait, hold on. Ooh, wait, hold on. Is there a left hand with him holding his gun up? Oh god, wait a second. I'll even dig into the other spare runners if there is a case. Yeah, that. Please. Oh no, there is not. Okay, let me think. Let me see. Mr. Unfuckable. Oh no, he is going to be very... He shall be very fucked. But not in the way you think it is. He is. Okay, so there is not a second arm up pose. And I don't have the time to try to putty an arm in correctly. Unless... Nah. Let's see. I think that's okay. It's like he's got one gun up, he's swinging his left arm back and forth as he's running. Actually, no, wait. Blue tack. Let's blue tack it in first, see if it still looks cool. Not Sussy Buckaway, of course, indeed. He is extremely fucked. He is designated fucked. There we go. He's running forward with his two guns, which will probably blow him up. Oh, actually, I do have them. I'm realizing I do have the credits in game to buy him a second pistol if I wanted. Oh shit! I could actually, if I want to, if I no, I could make him funny. Born to look cool, forced to become a kaze. Yes, indeed. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna go with this. He can look a bit weird, a little fuddy duddy as well. Okay, let's do it. All right, I'm gonna commit to that. And what I'm gonna do is just to make painting easier. Head, arms, body, and base will be separately painted. They'll dry fast enough tonight, and I'll just rapidly just super glue them in after. So, okay, Mr. Chumpy McChumpface, designated to be dead. Is here. Let us begin the work to prepare him for painting, which is going to be a case of some of my paper clips, which I use for pinning models in place. And they have clipped to each other. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. My little pin vise. I'm just going to quickly drill a little hole. Just a semi-deep hole down the leg here. And then slide the paperclip into the hole. There we go. Now I have something to hold the model as I paint it. This is probably just, this is a small diameter pin vise. Don't even remember the diameter, but it's good for just sticking a paperclip into a hole to hold the damn thing in place. Same thing for in the head. Just drill in the base of the head where the neck joint is. Since you'll never see this part anyway, it's going to be where it glues in place. Yep. There we go. His head is mounted. And then just grab a flat surface. Drew a bit more shallowly here since there's weird angles to deal with. Whoop. I say that and I accidentally drilled right through it. Whoopsie. I will, using some of the drill fragment here, I'm going to slot it in all the way through, and dab plastic cement to remelt that hole back closed with the spare piece of plastic here. Come on. Come on. Just a bit of that there. Just a spot of emergency sprue goo with my spare bits on the surface. Okay, leave that to dry first. I'll just drill the next piece. This time be a bit more careful to the depth I'm drilling to. Okay. Right. Let's see, how's this going? Just put a bit more cement here. Pull away the excess. Okay. Let that dry a bit. And I'll then sand it down. Now, here's a trick they don't tell you on the internet and in all the tutorials and stuff, which is a trick which I have learnt. I discovered this trick through sheer laziness. The trick is, 1, get your paint palette ready. 2, get your water ready. For that. Using my water. Number 3, get myself a kind of shitty brush. This is kind of shitty. Damp it up first. Then 4, the bottle of Vallejo Primer Black. Shake, 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 shake. And now, normally people they'll go, just use your airbrush or use your spray can. But that's a bit overkill for just one little mini, isn't it? So, we're going in wet with a brush. Because all the primer needs to be is a very, very thin layer for the next layer of paint to actually... Ooh! That's so good. Thank you for the dick punch, Pugma. But we're gonna brush on the primer. It just needs to be thin and a slight coverage, just to act as something for the other paint to stick to, since that's what all point primer is. And yeah, this is quick and dirty, and again for Necromunda, where everything's dirty anyway. Dick punched for the wet brush, indeed. And so, there we go. Just slather this on. Not too thick. Again, because this is, again, not going to be completely even because it's a brush, not an airbrush. Thinner is better. We just need the thin coat there for it to hold the next layer of paint. That's that. There we go. And I'll say I've done this for some Space Marines even. Sometimes it's like it ain't worth really cleaning up my airbrush booth, getting my airbrush ready, decanting the airbrush, cleaning it up for like one little mini. That's not even a fancy character. So you know what? You're getting the quick and dirty method. There we go. See, a nice thin layer, but it's still a layer that's tinted and covering everything. This. There, and it'll dry pretty quickly. Painting bias, indeed. And it serves its purpose. That lets you get your job done. Again, you'll probably never see any painting tutorial on YouTube talk about this. I've been meaning to do my own YouTube tutorial just on, hey, look, you can get away with doing this. You just gotta get something on it. And also, it's small enough for you. It's small enough stuff for them to get away with it. Doing something bigger, like a vehicle or something, you're probably going to see the unevenness. But something this small, yeah, it can be weathered in, weathered away, or it will just not be visible. You'll just never see it. Painting elitism. Yeah, I think there's another YouTuber that actually has called out other tutorial people saying that you're teaching beginner, not showing off all your skills, and then they're like doing a million steps of highlight upon highlight upon highlight upon shading upon blending upon blending. It's like a new player ain't gonna go. I didn't draw the barrels out. I'm gonna draw the barrels out after painting because I'm badass like that. It's a case of keep it fucking simple. A new player painter isn't probably going to go through all those steps. Or they're going to burn out too quickly trying to follow those steps. Now, okay, before I continue, let me actually sand down where I did the little plastic repair here. Just slightly. Thankfully, this is on the inside of the arm, so not even going to be visible. But yeah, just keep it simple. A new painter is not going to do it or have the skills to follow along like that and have a good result in the end. And a moderately experienced painter like I'd say, I ain't got time to do that for fucking 200 Space Marines. A character will get part of that treatment. But my rank and file dudes, I ain't doing a triple highlight on the things. I paint to play with them. Now, if it was painting for contest, then yeah, I'm gonna go all out. But then contest, you're painting 1 mini usually. You're not doing that for an entire fucking army. There we go. I just poked straight through the hole I just repaired. Okay, hold on. Alright, it's gonna be one of those nights, is it? Let me push that plastic back in, re-cement it. And maybe, okay. Leave that alone for longer. I'll paint that arm separately later. Since this stuff will probably stay wet for a little bit longer anyway. Also, before I forget, let's just also do the base as well. I'll just say for something like the base here, where it's got really wide flat surface, this hand brushing trick, you might see the brush strokes a bit more. But again, it can be weathered in because it's the base. It's a Necromunda base. But yeah, just, again, get this generally just covered at least. Doesn't need to be complete coverage, just has to have a tint on anything that's important. And also, if it's a piece that's recessed, it's probably not going to get scratched or anything. You might even get away with just not having the full coverage anyway. Also, in my case, I just do gunmetal for all my bases right now for Necromunda, so gunmetal is a metallic, it covers very well anyway. There we go. Stick that there. Let's see, let me just look at this. Yeah, no, okay, no, patience, do not fucking touch that until these are finished painting, okay? Just don't touch these fucking, just leave this alone, let it dry. Don't think about it, don't look at it, don't worry about it. Let it dry, so I don't waste time refixing it over and over again. There's more to remind myself not to do that than anything else. Okay, now that, just that quick little priming stuff done, touch. This is, pretty much right to the touch already. We can immediately start working on this now. That said, what the fuck colors did I use again? Oh yeah, Faust Blue for the jeans. I worked with a Bone White for the little cloth he has. And I used Brass for his armor pads. I had Rhinox Hide for the leather. Definitely used gun metal for metallic bits. And I think I do metal, maybe? Forget. Where's my phone? I used some sort of dark gray or something, but if I didn't want to get off my thing, I'd just go and grab one of my Necromunda models, but now I'm just going to reference the picture I took on my Necromunda models and recheck what I did with that. Oh yeah, I just left their jacket. I gave them black jackets, which is pretty much just the primer color. Okay, that's fine. Let me see. Let me just, where did I picture go? Here we go. Okay, let's see. So I used the brown. So I used the brown. Just Rhinox hide, this hide brown on the boots, shoulder pads, and belts. Faust Blue was for the jeans. I started with this Bone White just to give the little loincloths a piece of color. The Balthazar Gold was for just the metallic highlights on the shoulder pieces and shoes. Gunmetal, of course, for the guns. Obvious. Yeah, okay, yeah. I kept the recipe simple. And then my random skin tones of Barbarian Brawn, Elven, and Elven Skin as a base and highlight to the skin. Boner white. Shinji white, you mean? Actually, if you want Shinji white, there we go. I'm so fucked up. This is fluorescent white ink. This is a true true Shinji white, fluorescent white. I'm waiting for a use for this, which certain Resident figures will have many uses for this. So yeah, I saw it as I have to get it. I don't know how good it is, but come on, fluorescent white. You know things are up with that. Anyway, let us put all this to the side, and let's work our way through this model. Go with this, go from inside to out. Let's see. The inner shirts I did white as well, did I? I forget, honestly. Hold on, they have an inner shirt to do. The Rainbow Dash Jar. Yes. It's gonna definitely... All colors do mix to become white in the end, if you know what I mean. Okay, so yeah, bone white for the shirts on the inside. So I'm going to go inside to outside. So innermost right now is going to be the white shirt. Yeah. Let's get a spot of bone white. Again, when dealing with paints like white and stuff, you never want to actually go to pure white. That's just going to be impossible to do. You want to go with off-whites, like super light grays instead. However, bone white, which is like a yellowish white color, off-white color, is just okay for you to start working with, to then build up into the white. So, let's get my fine brush. Let's get a bit of this here. And then, very carefully, just get this where it needs to be. Again, layer 1 is going to be shit, but it dries pretty fast, so we can get to layer 2 pretty quickly. All the way through. Nice and carefully. Again, doing innermost things first, because as I go to the outer layers, I can fix the paint mistakes as I go, so don't need to be as careful as I'm on the inside. There we go. Also, his little skull belt buckle, I think those actually made those metallic, but I'm going to just make it white first in case I wanted to give him a white belt buckle later for the skull. Oh, it's a loincloth. Oh, the entire loincloth here. All seem to have this weird loincloth over their jeans. So, yeah, just make that white as well. Well, bone white at least. And I'll work off of that later. Yeah, but that's the trick. Never actually go with pure whites. Always work with off-whites or extremely light grays. Like, the lightest gray you can use will go on much smoother than the purest white will ever will on a base piece of material. There we go. Look at that. I think let's get your arm over here. Yeah. Pieces are falling. You have your little sleeve to do. Is that a sleeve or is that a jacket sleeve, though? That sleeve, though. No, that's your t-shirt sleeve. Okay, that's your t-shirt sleeve. Ghost Grey Good. Apocalypse Chefs from Hell. Yup. Let me just make it white up to your glove. Your glove will probably be brown. Hold up. Again, I'm expecting to have to do 2 coats on this just to make it look nice. But that's how it goes. Okay. And also, just also start for especially for the skin tone part, I'm going to start the bone white as well on the skin parts of the head. So this is replicating well what the white prime would normally be for this area. Instead it was that quick, rough, dirty black prime, and now just doing a bit of bone white here to base my colors off of. If I can just slather it on most something. The hair will probably be a lighter color as well. Yeah, okay. Literally, exactly. Okay. Now this stuff is now slightly tacky, but dry enough. Let us load up the bone white again and give it the slight second coat it needs to really fill in. Especially on the front surfaces. Okay. The arm again. There. Put it down to dry. Now, let us very carefully recheck this arm. Lightly sand the point here. That looks sealed up nicely. Then a very, very light push in with this. There we go. Then get the other brush. Just put the water, spot the last bit of primer, and then slather this. There we go. Okay. Don't asshole the arm up again. Yeah, indeed. I may enjoy buttholes, but I prefer the buttholes where the butt is, not where the armpit is. I mean, armpit fucking is a completely different hashtag, which, again, I won't king shape you into that, but that's not what the purpose is of this right now. Okay, so now next innermost layer to work on is going to be, it looks like, honestly, the jeans. So we're going to get the jeans blue going. So the Faust blue. Fun fact, this Faust blue is the same as the blue I'm using on the Titan. It just happens to be a very nice jeans looking color when it's put on a dude. Let's get a little bit of Faust blue out. Don't need too much, it's just a small area. Dunk. Let's get some of the paint ready. Let's now just apply Faust blue to them jeans. Nice and carefully. Well, sort of carefully again. Anything there's above it, I can just get paint on, and I will be able to just fix it up later. Good old in to outside working. Before the stream appeared, I just looked at X-Ray Kibis Strange Porn at Danbu. Oh, Ray Kibis Strange Porn. So this is funny to me. Eh. Well, that's just say I do browse the shenanigans too. And yeah. Again, I look at my hashtags, but sometimes they have to make a bit of sense. And right now, today is not an armpit hashtag today. Armpits will be another day. There we go. Okay. Let's just tighten up the paint job here. Okay. Jeans, pretty much done. Clean up. Next up is going to be the brown of the belts. That's going to be Alex Hyde. Vicky Bison said had booba hole. Okay, joking, but oh, is that booba fucking? Is that nip fox? Oh, come on. If so, we're not king shame. Tis so interesting. Just stick the brown here. A spot of dark leather brown as a base. Again, push models that earn the right to have more details painted will probably get a light brown highlight on their leather leather pouches and stuff. That's like the first thing I can think of to really give detail to. Okay, now let us very carefully poke this paint where it needs to go, which is going to be along this entire belt thingy. After that, we'd probably be belt buckles and stuff. Whoop. Very carefully along the edges. These guys need to earn their details, but that doesn't mean the existing details aren't going to be properly applied. I'm going to make sure that, things, edges and stuff are properly covered in as required. Just extra details is what they need to earn. Then the actual belt on their pants. Whoopsie. Wow. Stay in my hand, please. No, yeah, to fucking mocking into the boob hole, yep. Ultra pure. Oh, yeah, let's just say I've seen that for sure. Like, multi-hole, extra hole. I heard you like holes, so we made more holes, sort of deal. In fact, actually, here we go. This is a random tidbit. Here's a random tidbit that I think I've not mentioned many times on stream, but I've mentioned a few times. The first R34 hashtag that I've actively looked up. Shitting dick nipples. Go on, search it. I dare you to. Have fun. Enjoy what you're about to see. And don't worry about it. Specifically, no, Scapron of dicks that are on the nips. It was just such a highly specific thing I ever discovered. It's like, this can't be a thing, right? Directly Google it. Oh, it is a thing with multiple results and is its own little... It is its own category. Well, now I know. And now you know. For better or for worse, now you know that specific category exists. So in Metabots... Ooh, Metabots. Ooh. But yeah. So, a little fun. So, a little tidbit of history. The first thing I ever R34 searched intentionally. Shitting dick nipples. You're welcome. And then that pretty much led me down the full degeneracy. Would it go over so worried? It could be any robot, if you know what I mean. I don't mind. Actually, mention his friends. If you've seen Euphoria, you probably know what I'm currently trying to reference as well. If you've seen the entirety of Euphoria, you're gonna know a certain thing in there with a very related hashtag. Just saying. And I'll say the main character probably had the exact same reaction as the audience himself when on seeing it. Okay. Well, I got the brown going. Let's just go on and continue with the boots. Very carefully. Yeah. Once you figure out the like mythology in order to start painting these layers in, you'll see the painting actually goes really quickly. Like you see, the body's almost done already. Yep. Right, the only thing that would that slows down is just trying to do the extra details, which again, the gangers need to earn the extra details if they want extra highlights and stuff. I got too many things to paint and stuff to deal with. And for expendable gangers and whatnot, they gotta earn their stripes. Not into the absurd. Oh. I'm into the extremely absurd. It's like the more absurd, the better. Mostly just for the spectacle. It's like, how fucked up can someone imagine something happening? Oh, wow. That's fucked up. Let's see where this goes. And, yeah. Like, the creativity that goes into it. I'm sure that is in no way affecting my sensibilities at all as a person. Or maybe it is. For good or for worse. I don't know. Wait till I get a hang of my own sketching and drawing, then I'm gonna be starting doing bullshit for sure. See, please my mom Warfu, I am not secretly into Guro. I have on my Twitter posted a Guro figure I built and painted for Christmas. Actually, no, it wasn't. No, this was Halloween, but it got delayed and arrived in Christmas, and I waited till Halloween after to do it. That is something you're gonna only have to see in my Discord. What? This is real? Yes. There is a Guro figure from a very well-known Dojin. Dojin? Manga? No, I think it's manga actually. I think it's manga. Dojin manga. It was a published manga series with one specific scene that made it pretty famously infamous, and I got a resin figure of a character in that scene. Have you heard of MPD Psycho? Multiple Personality Order Psycho. If you've heard of it, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. Nope. Well, I can't. That's the thing. I can't actually link anything about this. MPD Psycho. Let me just see what Google will give if you search. Oh, wow. Okay, that's more fucked up image, but not what I was thinking about. MPD Psycho figure? Huh. It's not showing. But I don't know. If you're in the Discord, I'll try to remember to post into the NSFW chat later. The Twitter post where I did the model and stuff. Yeah. That's if you're in the Discord. If not, then I have no other way to share it. Anyway, let me see. My brown paint dried up already. I really do need to try to make the other platform account going so I can do those figures and stuff. Speaking about fucked up anyway, schoolgirls weird stream fair. That might have been Euphoria. Or the other one, Bible Black. Yeah, those are the only two, I guess, famous enough ones for a YouTuber to talk about. Anything else, you'd have to be in a very specialist YouTube channel to even find results for. Let me get these shoulder pads going. Got these shoulder pads need to be done as well. Wait, did I decant any brown paint out of this? I don't. Oh, I'm getting brown paint onto the model, so probably did. Just get this on the edges. Pseudo Asylum. I'm thinking that's Euphoria from that description. That's the only one mainstream enough that would fit that description. Oh god, come back here. But how Twitch sort of stuff. But this way, it's because I'm not directly linking it, and I'm not big enough for someone to cause a stink about it. Put it that way. But Twitch is weird, where basically you have to be either too big or too small for people to really for trouble to be caused about that. And I'd say I'm the extremely small side of things. Yeah, I'm really small. Take that out of context, like, yeah. So, yeah, it's a bit of a slippery slope, but this is the sort of thing where I'm just mentioning names. I'm not directly linking anything. That's that. I ain't got no moderator to stop me. I got moderators face palming that I'm talking about this, but don't worry about that. But otherwise, I have a channel in the Discord if you're waiting to discuss and talk, and well, I'll try to find a link. My thing again. I need to get a gallery because I've done quite a few NSFW figures, and I have nowhere to really post them in the easy to find spots. I probably need to put my own gallery page in the Discord with the age verification part and just stick links all there in one go. Yeah, indeed. Most of the things are adaptations of VN's games or otherwise. Like how Fate, was it? Yeah, Fate Stay or whatever. All the Fates, the Fate animes were all originally spicy. And, well, let's say, certain characters themselves are still pretty spicy, honestly. And it's unfortunate, one of the characters I like is a bit too spicy to be proper, but, tis how things go with anime characters and stuff. I do want to make an emote based on one of her expressions she did in the show. It's really funny. Yeah, need to fix the white up here a bit. Yeah, look, the body looks here almost looks done, apart from some of the smaller metal details I want to add, just for my own preference. Well, let me just grab a bit more brown. I spilled water in that area. Let me just grab a spot more brown here. Blap. Yes, note to self, I should make a separate... Yeah, I called it NSFW Gallery, but then I only made a general channel. I never made my own channel for that. Oh, well. Future thing for me to eventually probably do. Keywords probably. Or keyword probably not. I'm busy. Put it that way. So, anyway, now you have a brown glove. So there's just... slather brown over your hand here. There we go. That's one brown glove. Where's your other hand? MPD Psycho, is that? Yes, MPD Psycho. That's the one. Let's just say it released with it had an official figure release as well as there's an unofficial resin statue release with a box. And the one with the box is a figure that I have built and painted and posted. I posted whip and final picture shots on Twitter at least. And I'll say that was actually an interesting thing to build and paint. For sure. I kind of want to go back and repaint parts of it now that my skills improved. There are different areas that I was lacking in ability then, which I've improved on now. But of course, it's between going back to repaint something I've already done versus moving on to my next projects. Especially now that I've gone to Warhammer, where I'm building all these minis to actually build and to actually use and play with actively. So these tend to take priority of my time now. There we go. Okay, so that looks like all leather stuff is painted in. Time for metallic, I think. Hold on, is that a spot? No, that's where the chain is. Time for the metallics layer. Oh no, I can do the sleeve now. So let me just do the sleeve before I forget it. At least coat one of the sleeve. Also, I'll get his little raptor bandana thing on his arm painted a bone white, since I'm probably going to... Since he's got a weird bandana on his arm, I want to make it nice and distinct. It's probably going to be like a bright red bandana tie on his arm or something. There we go. Coat one, done. It doesn't feel like... It's not actually. It was one scene in Chapter 1 which had that... And then it's mostly a detective story with a bit of spiciness here and there. It's actually not a hentai. It just had one very shocking early scene, of which has a marketable figure for, and that was that. Otherwise, it's just a detective story. Surprisingly, it's not a hentai. It's just a detective story that has some spicy stuff here and there. It's like, oh shit. So the thing it's known for is for one page that happened in Chapter 1. That's the only thing that it's really known for. And that's that. It's like, huh. Okay then. Interesting. Now let's see. Belt buckles and stuff. Probably go with the good old gunmetal. When in doubt, when you need something metallic, whether it be just the metallic base, metallic itself, or for the base color metallic, gunmetal is always a safe way to start. Gunmetal at first, then you can. Oh!
Now, mommy, daddy button.
That's so good. Thank you for the dick punch, freeze my rifle. Now let's just very carefully just touch on the gunmetal everywhere that a metallic will probably go. Again, a lot of the colors I use work great as just the base color to work from after. So if you don't go back to do details with it, it's still a decent enough color to represent what it's meant to be. If you do go back to do details on it, well, it's a good base color to work off of to build from. There we go. Nice. One thing I don't tend to have easy access to, and I don't have in my collection, is a nice light brown. I got a lot of good dark browns. I don't have any nice light brown to use for basing things still. There we go. Just touching this. This guy got a lot of little rings on his stuff here. Yeah, probably gonna have to come back possible to silver these little rings up later, but again, go with the gunmetal while I have the gunmetal. It's a good base. It gets the point across for now. There we go. Any other metallic-y? Oh, back here. A little bit of a clippy ring here. And your pouch rings. Okay. The pistol. That's just going to get a good slather of gunmetal all over. Again, it's called gunmetal for a reason. It's the metal for guns. Just slap that shit all over. Yeah. Nice and carefully. Boom. There. Okay. Next gunmetal piece is this other auto pistol. Just slather the entire thing. In case just a quick semi-dry brush of silver over this will really just make it complete and be done. Just quick, dirty, simple. Gun from metal lame. Why not pew pew steel? Indeed. I have a dark steel that's a lighter color, but then this is not a case of minis where having a higher contrast really brings out the details more than having subtle contrast, especially on very small models like this. That's why I use gunmetal first, then come back with the silver later. And then also while I'm here, I tend to just use gunmetal for the entirety of the bases. You know, as Necromunda, they got like metallic basings and stuff. I can add like weathering oils and stuff later to tint it and so on. And washes to grime it up. There we go, just gunmetal everything. Quick, dirty, simple. Gets the job done to play. Oop. In between everything here. There we go. That's a gunmetal base. Let's grab the head, because your mask has some gunmetal. Go ahead, whoa. Gonna give you a metallic mask. Let me try to look closer at this. Very carefully. Along the edges. Little dip. There we go. Just get that color where it needs to be. Part of the headband he has here. I'll just do the headband gunmetal first. Might not keep it gunmetal, but just do it so I can tell that is the headband for now. Dot. Okay, right across. There we go. Here's a spot here. There's a spot there. Okay. He's got his little mask done. Anything else to gunmetal on this? Not really. So now, clean the brush up a bit. Next up is some of the smaller details. Like I use the Balthazar Gold just as like a copper looking color on the metal plates and stuff on the armor. Let's get a little spot of that. We'll just stick it here. Stabilize. Like these little pads on the front of the leg. Just doing them in this coppery color. Nice and carefully. Along the edges. Nice shiny browns, yes indeed. Okay. The other leg plating here. Right up and around. Whoop. Straight on down. There you go. And then also these little raised details on the shoulder armor. I think I like to think those are like some like metallic inlays on it. So this is getting a little bit extra, but this is a thing which I just do standard in all the guys. It's just like it's a pop of extra color to make it look nicer. Again, it's like it's a dark metallic, the like copper metallic, so it matches with the whole sort of dirty theme in Necromunda still. This could be like a rusted metal or like a brown oxidized metal. There we go. Look at that. That's a pretty neat looking dude. Ancient steel, old metal, yeah. Okay, so let's see. Nothing really on this. The hands to do. This sleeve could use a bit of white, another layer. Oh wait, no, you have a little knuckler on this hand. Hold on, since I got the metallic out, let's just make the studs on the knuckler the copper color. Just this little strappy knuckler here. There we go. There we go. Okay, so the face is mostly getting skin colors remaining. Pink. Yeah, alright, so now for the jacket. I know what I do for the jacket now. Actually, I used the primer for the jacket again. The very thin bit of primer on the jacket gives like a sort of a textured, rough black look to the thing. So that's why I didn't actually use any paint for the jackets. I just ran with the rough looking black. I'll do is just use it to touch up the areas now. Let's just finish up some of the coverage. Whoop. So on the collar here. So very light second coat of primer. Making use of the unevenness for the texturing, pretty much. There we go. Shot Hedgehog, the bitch ass motherfucker, he pissed on my fucking wife. Haha. Okay. Let me see. How about do we pick something? Okay, here we go. Let me see. Skin tone on the face now. We're working on the face. Spot of white. Oh, no. Reinforce the white on the sleeve first. Ah, that dried up. Let's spot more. Coat 2 of the bone white on the shirt. There we go. Around. Nice and carefully. There we go. Okay. No one brush to be dry, you know, indeed. Well, sometimes you want the brush to be dry, as a treat. Sometimes you gotta work with a dry brush. But a semi-moist one is still good. Okay, now, skin toning. I like to start with a, actually no, I did the base white already. I can go straight to the elven skin, actually. Let's do some elven skin for like a generic peachy skin tone that we can work off later. I'll just stick a spot here. There we go. Grab his head. Now very carefully, spot of water, spot of skin tone paint. Need it a bit thicker, okay. Reverse skinning, yes indeed. Okay, that looks like a good... Let's just... apply this where it needs to go for now. Very carefully. Let's get it right around where it needs to go first. Again, probably 2 coats to make it cover properly. Very carefully reach the edges here. There we go. Got some skin. Give me skin back. See. Okay, while that skin dries, let me get a quick bit of red out for the visor. I think red eye visors is going to be tactical enough for this. I do want a thicker red to work with, so where's my GW red? Oh, I need a Games Workshop red to work with. Man. Not because it's Games Workshop, it's a not airbrush based red. Where's my... Oh wait, no, fucking it. No, it's 2 thin coats actually. Madness combat reference. Ooh. Come bat, you say? I'll come in your bat. There we go. Tiny spot of a rich red color. Now the fun part. Stabilize the piece. Spot of red. The very tip of the brush. And apply it inside. If it's not too even, I can do a quick wipe away on the top surface with my finger. Ah, there we go. There, red visors, done. Don't come for my ninja baseball, Batman. Okay, and you know what? Let's see. Why do we make this guy a ginger? Let me. Where I've got an orange paint here to work with. There we go. Vallejo Mecha Orange, airbrush based, so it's gonna be pretty thin, but the light base hair color should be fine to work with. So let's make him a fucking ginger. Shoop. Some orange. Right around. Very carefully along this weird half hair thing he's got. That's not an arcade game. I said Batman is Batman. Copyright striking name, indeed. Let me get this very carefully along here. That's just a weird hair curl there. And then let's go closer to the edge line with the head. There we go. Yep, at the very front tip. Needs a spot. There we go. There's a fucking ginger. Blammo. Leave that dry for a bit. Chompers and neckbeard, indeed. Well, I think that same red, I'm going to use that same red which I used for the visor. I'm just going to put that on his little arm bandana. It seems nice and rich enough. Across. Nice and carefully. Right along that edge. Get the hard to reach spots. There we go. Little red bandana thingy, wheel armband thing. Let that dry. Okay, I think he's pretty much good. He's good enough to go to start gluing together once parts dry. So I'm just going to work in backwards order of things I worked with. First up, my glue. Yeah. Let's work with this hand, since I had the least amount of stuff done with it. Get a spot of super glue. There. And then, bam. There we go. That's one arm. I think I'm going to do the head next, just because that's going to be slightly hard to pose it. Let's very carefully dot some super glue there. Yeah. Like so. So he's running forward-ish, so I need to have his head up slightly. There we go. Actually, no, I want to have it, while it dries, have him looking to the side slightly. Yeah, so he's running one way, looking to the side. We just go, oh, hello, what's this? 1 second, hold on, just want some, Wraith! The Wraith, wow, welcome, welcome, hello. Welcome, holy molies. Let me give you a shout out. The Wraith, S-O, the Wraith, wow. Welcome, everyone. I'm Coleman, the Plamo VTuber. I Plamo, I VTube. I build model kits, Warhammer stuff and paint minis. Welcome, welcome. How you doing? What were you doing? Gotta bounce quick, be right? Cool, sure. Yeah, if you like miniatures and stuff like that, then you're in the right place. Right now I'm working on a little Necromunda dude for a game tomorrow, which I have apparently spent 1.5 hours doing already. So again, we'll see if I even touch this night or not. But yeah, and I'm not dry fitting. Actually assembling him, since he's at the basic minimum requirement I like for my minis for Necromunda. And then we're going to see how it looks. Yeah. Well, thank you. Thank you very much for coming. Yeah. Just put a super glue there. And get this just stuck in. Yeah. Aha. Yeah, Batman. Final. Let me, maybe I might overexposing the camera a bit. Let's drop the exposure down now that I've got all my colors in. Bammo. Here we go, like that. Power guy's voice for Gloomman, aha. Now I'm going like, Skeletor voice, like, aha, He-Man. There we go. We've got this guy, he's running. The combat, is his head too far forward? Actually, it might be, hold on. Oops. Hold on, they gotta wiggle his head. A little bit more. There we go. And stick the head straight in. Uh-huh. Ah. Your duty's not done, brother. Come on, stick. Why are you not sticking? Yeah, there we go. Yeah, If you don't stick, I'm gonna fucking pin your neck in. There we go. Damn slow. Okay. So, Juvie McJubeface, Mr. Expendable here. He's got all of his base colors he needs to be usable. Very nice English from Japanese singer. Oh, this one. This is Bubblegum Crisis. Starlight. Bubblegum Crisis. Starlight. Remastered 2022. There we go. That's the current song. Love the album art, by the way. Oh, there we go. Yeah, so you again, you can have more details, but you need to earn the details through trial by combat, and as Mr. Expendable, you're probably going to never earn these details. But still. Let's see. There, and I think it's just a case of how would it be best to stick... I need the flattest part of the platform here to really make sure your foot stays glued in. Well, of course, I had to choose the base with a thing running down the center for a guy that only has one foot down. Wait, now I can... oh, no, he can be just across it. Okay, I see how this is going to work. These RNG of gods, yes indeed. What I'm going to do, glue across the entire base of the foot. And then the foot is going to go across the entire vent chasm. Like so. There we go. He's mostly centered on the base. He's well within tripping. His foot is just about to trip in that vent. Just the tip of his foot's just there. So if he trips and falls and blows himself up, it's, well, he's expendable face. So it tells a story still. And there we go. There. So, start to finish, since I started stream, I started this guy pretty much early on, very early in the stream. 1 hour, 42 minutes to choose his parts on the runner, build him, hand brush prime him, and paint him up to a battle-ready standard to have his minimum colors needed. There, see? 1 hour, 42 minutes. Boom. You can knock out one die. Start to finish to a playable, well, it's just, to a decent quality state to play with, as is. And then further things to do, we'll probably draw out the gun barrels later. And may add a wash to his skin and stuff, but, yeah, for Mr. Expendable Juvie McJuve face here, I say he's good. He's done. He's ready to be blown up with a 50-50 chance every time he fires his gun, a 50-50 chance to just go out of action because of the unstable rule. Yeah. Yeah, see? Quick, easy, fast, cover go, beautiful. He's definitely waiting for the blowjob. The extreme blowjobs, if you know what I mean. I could literally buy him an explosive pack if I wanted. But again, Mr. Juvie McJuve face, he already has his thing. His experimental seismic weapon. Yeah, the thing is, I have his pistol I given him in the game has the seismic keyword, which means if I shoot someone with it who hasn't activated yet, they immediately drop pinned from the massive concussive explosive or whatever the shit he's shooting at him. And then it seems if I roll 6 to wound, they just take the wound. They can't block the wound. So it's like devastating wounds in 40k. So it's like, aha! My little free dude that's going to hit on the 4-up most of the time, and is going to blow himself up half the time, can potentially just auto-wound someone and knock him off balance in one shot. So it's like, you're going to be very useful if you work, otherwise you're the cheapest Mr. Expendable. I spent a total of 5 credits on you to get you equipped. Yeah. Aha. Grenade Man moment. That's the boss of Mega Man, who's a canonical freak inside a mask. Oh. Grenade Man, you say? Maybe we have something in common. But yeah, there we go. Perfect. So, Juvie McJuve face, expendable face, Mr. Fuck Ass is ready. Yeah, okay, bam. From there. So yeah, that's pretty cool. So let's see, how's my stream? I'm pretty much only halfway through my stream, so what I think I'm going to do now is I'm going to shift to this bad boy here, since there is a bunch of stuff I have to do for him still. As far as I feel, I did all the blue parts I needed to do yesterday. Well, not yesterday, through the week already. Well, hold on, I see it. 2 blue parts. I remembered I had 2 or 3 blue parts I had to have some touch-up on their paint. I touch up the blue, then go straight to the red parts. Aha. Is that matter? I will not confirm, but I will never deny the allegations. Take that as you will. Anyway, let me quickly touch up the blue here. With where did my Faust blue go? Hold up. Did it fall off my table? Wait. Oh, no, here it is. Shake, shake, shake. Touch up the blue spots here, and then we're going to work with some red. And I think that red I was using earlier for the bandanas was quite nice. Come on. There you go. This Emperor Red. That's nice, rich red. I think I'm going to use that on the Titan. Common allegations are crazy. He's a BDSM freak. I will not confirm. I will never deny these allegations. Take that as your word. Anyway, let me just do the quick touch-ups where it's needed. One, and a two. Right here. Where else? Just finish up the edging. Okay. There. So, I believe all the blue pieces are ready. So now let's grab these red pieces in. Of course, that is from something else. Give me all these bits and bobs. Yeah. Ardax defensive turrets and other small bits I'll figure out another day. And now just give me all these little uncolored pieces. Yeah. Claw. Coming from the blood of his enemy's legs. Let's go. Yes, indeed. Now... So first off, let me get you to the side to dry. Well, actually, I have to use the Balthazar Gold, not Balthazar Gold, Rune Lord Brass to do the outer trim, metallic trims on this, then come back in with the reds after. But first, let's just organize these pieces, because they always get disorganized every time. So we have the legs. We have the top shoulders. These are more the legs. This is the other set of legs. Just shove all the blue stuff to the side. Oop, that's a piece to go here. Each side of the top shoulders. This is part of the center body piece, so there should be another centerpiece here. If I have not misplaced it. Did I accidentally paint it? No, I didn't. Whoop. Let's see. Have I misplaced the torso piece amongst all of this? Probably have. Or not. Hold on. Wait a second. It's not on another paint stick? No, it's not. Claw to grab the balls. Yep. And to squeeze. You gotta grab... Oh, no, hold on. Here it is. Here you go. See? It's got multiple attachments at once. It will grab. There's got little chainsaw things to really dig into the balls. You can squeeze it. There's got this little drill as well to go and really crush them after. So it's a three-way ball crushing with this. You know, it's a full-service ball bust in here. Yeah. Or boobas. I suppose boobas. What about balls? Indeed. Anyway, so here's the two central plates. And then you have your crotch flag that also goes red. these two little dangly dangles here, I actually do, from their color scheme, they actually don't do that. They do it in a silver gray. Guess that's what actual other heraldry things, so I have them here just to do the brass trims on it, but I need to remember not to do maybe not do those in red. Yeah. Anyway, so so here we go. So brass and time. This we can use a bigger brush for, just because I don't need to be neat about, don't really be that neat about it, because I'll be fixing it anyway when I go to the red colors. So let me get a bigger sized round brush like this one. This is a O-sized one. And let's see, got some tissue. This cleaning water is pretty much dirty now, so I'm just going to use the tissue to absorb it away. Replace it with some new water. And we're going to start brassing things up. Redding, yeah, we're going to re-reddening it. First we bust them to their blue, and then we continue to its red. Take that as you will. Anyway, so now, Runelord Brass. Blah, 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 blah. Just damp my brush first. Then dollop into a... Yeah, why not? Dollop there. Spot more water. Oop, is that a hair? Nope. It's a hair stuck in the paint palette. There we go. Alright. As always, let's start with a hard to hold piece like this one, so I can come back later and touch it up the other side, which I can't paint easily. And let's just slam this on. You can see, yep. Not a care in the world, just need to ensure the trim is covered nicely, and then I can... It'll fix up when I paint the red later. And of course, I gotta come back to this later just because I can't hold it easily to get the edges and stuff done. So I'll paint it first so it dries first, so I can come back to that sooner than later. There we go. Blap, blap. No, I'll just do the flags now before I forget, since they have the convenient little stalks to hang on to. Spot more water's feeling a bit dry. Thank goodness nobody cooks colors. Okay. Flag done. The backside I'm probably going to paint to like silver or some other color, but I just want to make sure the core trim of this is the color it needs to be, which in my case is the Runelord Brass. There we go. Oh. Paint's drying out a bit faster than I'd like. But today is a drier day than normal. All I do is just keep redecanting paints I need to. And why don't you use a wet palette? I have a wet palette. I'm fucking lazy to actually re-wet it and use it. So yeah, there are times when the wet palette is needed, but especially with metallics, when I'm just too fucking lazy, I just do without it. Extra dry, indeed. Alright, well, I should just wetting my brush and reloading it. There we go. Just slam this along the edges. Thankfully, I can just hold this in the very center, this massive panel, to easily paint everything. Right along. Whoop. Paint a bit on the inside, so I'm not sure how much of this is visible from the outside. Just the little border part, at least. Top trims. All the way along. Come on. Give me a solid coverage here. Okay. One shoulder ready. Damp the brush. Dollop a big amount this time. Extra dampy damp. Use that to continue. All the way around. That's it. Nice. Dab dab. Right along these surfaces. Along these edges. A little bit. There we go. And then just fill the inside perimeter with a little bit of it as an initial coverage, which I can then manually touch up later if it's still visible. A little bit more. Yeah, okay. Yeah. So I'm working on the shoulders. Let's just go through all the shoulders first, then the legs. Yeah. Yep, just yeah. Just yeah, yeah. There we go. Just get all the raised surfaces into this color. This center part here, I think I'll do it in the brass as well, and then I can repaint or highlight in gold later if I want to make it fancier. Just keep it simple still right now. And have a nice metallic base if I do change the color. So let's just... There we go. We have a spot to hold on where the turret ring is to do these edge paintings now. Ayaya! Ayaya! Indeed. Pecco, pecco. Let's slam this along. So obviously, advertisement break is happening soon. I can't stop them. They run every hour for 3 minutes just to stop pre-rolls for new peeps coming in. So, yep. If you want to skip the ads, there's a subscription button. Otherwise, just bear with me. I'll probably use the ad break as well to hydrate a bit. But until then, I'm just going to just slam paint along these trims and edges. Again, just to be sure that any part that might peek out will still look similar of color. Come now moi cute. Moi cute. Yeah. I gotta go through all those like references and words and stuff. I gotta go through the references of all the things that VTubers do. Yeah, I watch enough VTubers, but I don't do any of it myself. That's because I'm fucking busy painting, but I want to do that stuff still. There we go. Where? Yeah, we. Plap, 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 plap. Get pregnant, get pregnant, get pregnant, get pregnant, get pregnant. Oh, need more. Give me more. Give me more. Oh, there we go. Oh, no, we're furrowing. No. Furrowing would be legs locks to you who make me get pregnant. No. I didn't do the leg lock part. So that's not... The leg locking one is the furry one. Non-leg locking one is just regular old get pregnanting. As far as I'm aware, at least. Oh no, the phone was ooh notices your bulgy wulgy. Sniffy snuggles. There we go. Just like that. Oh yiff! Oh yiff! Well, hey girl, one little yiff. It's yiffin' time, boys. Go. Got this entire thing. Also, did I do the inner ring? I have to check on the other one to be sure, but doing this one for sure. Ammo. Yes, I did. So now, the inner perimeter. Basically, prawn but heavy into something. Cat girls but canine guys. Yes. It's just like I have a fan art on the docket which I want to do, which is going to involve a bit of that, a bit of this, a bit of that, a bit of monster fucking here and there. That I'll share whenever I'm done with it. Won't be done with it for a while though. There we go. Okay. The brassy rune lords. Almost ready. Blammo. Shovel that in. Last few bits. Slow and steady. Slow and steady, boys. Slow and steady. Monster Go Figure. Did I hear that right? Wait, what did I say again? Oh, no, I'm saying, no, I have a monster fucking fan art that I want to try drawing. And, basically, I need time to do it in a place where it's appropriate. I can't exactly do that when I'm at work. But it's a thing that interests me, and the streamer gave explicit permission that we could do such a fan art. So, yes. So, yes. Oh, you've seen it far? Will not confirm, definitely will not deny. I'll say it's going to involve Monster Hunter. It's related to Monster Hunter. In the case of, if I want to practice drawing things and stuff, instead of spending so long, well, being scraping the time to practice drawing, just get into it. Just start drawing and adjust as I go. We're gonna have to learn how to draw monster dicks eventually, right? The monsters are busty girls or something. No, the monster is just the monster, and then there's a certain subject is going to be on the receiving end of it. That is what it's going to be. So it's going to be a fun anatomy lesson in multiple ways in one, and trying to get all that to actually look right. Put it that way. Oh, there's some blue text stuck in that. I forgot about that. Oh, that's the thing. Yep. Rotate around. That's the thing. I have so many hobbies that take time commitments to do. It's very hard to actually make the time commitments for everything. Especially some things like that Necromunda guy is doing have to take priority due to literally I've got the game tomorrow and I haven't had time to work on the models since until now. Hey, welcome back, Wraithwalk. You want to see my anatomy? Oh my! I was just talking about how there's a fan art of someone I want to do, and explicit permission was given for a certain monster fucking fan art based on one of their streams, and so I truly do want to actually try to draw that for good or worse, and yeah, so that's gonna be fun. It's just I can't really draw that during my lunch breaks at work because I'm at work. So that's the thing to do at home. But then when I'm at home, like today, I was rushing to do that Necromunda guy up the side. And then also, I can't really do it on stream either. Exactly. So, yeah. It's because I got so many things I want to fan art on, but then some things like, you know what, that's going to have a lot of different things to learn, so I'm going to prioritize doing that one, because that's going to have the most things to fuck around with and find out with. Things, there's other shit, there's other art I want to do as well, because there's birthdays coming up, shit. Timing as always. But yeah. Well, welcome back, Wraith. I was making, yeah, when you came in, I was finishing up making expendable face here for my Necromunda game tomorrow. 1 hour, 42 minutes. Sectors parts, built them, primed them, painted them, done. Well, good enough to use at least. And now I'm working on the trim on the final parts of the knight. Well, this Titan, which I'm going to use as knight. So hopefully, maybe this week, or probably next week, I'll actually be done with it for reals. I can work on my next projects. Because this has been taking up a lot of space on my table. But, yeah. Typical Brony Crop stuff. Yeah, Brony Crop stuff, except, you know, monsters. With one of the monster dicks. There we go. Of course, this all, again, most of the art I do as well. I haven't gotten used to the slipperiness on my drawing pad yet, so all of it is still pencil sketching on paper. And my plan is that I'm going to learn the anatomies and just how to start drawing it first on my pencil paper. And then I'm going to like scan it or something into Clip Studio later, and then use them as the initial sketches to do the color drawings and stuff in Clip Studio. So the sketches will be the sketches, literally. And then I use Clip Studio to learn the colorings and stuff. Again, I'm far more adept at technical mechanical drawings than I am with anatomy drawings and stuff, and I want to fix that. I want to upgrade myself. At least it's not Equa, not yet. Not yet. Soon though, but not yet. Pay no attention to the horse dick reference folder I may or may not have on my computer. Don't worry about it. Feel free to add to it, but don't worry about it. But until then though. Till then, I'm just gonna slam this Runelord Blast and all these trims. Oop, that's a lot of blue tech. Let's just get rid of that. Yeah. And along. Nice. You choose a Sussy Barker. Why, thank you. I am. I ain't afraid of no dick. I, Colwinar, of March 2026. You can quote me on this. I ain't afraid of no dick. Wojak pose, pointing at me. He ain't afraid of no dick. Picture gold ship behind me. No, Futa gold ship behind me. There you go. That's my clickbait, not clickbait title. That's the thumbnail of insert whatever video that would even be referencing. There's horse stick behind, Lamau! I'm in danger. Grins. Winky face. Winky face. Okay. Slam that down. God. Almost fucking there with all these bloody trim pieces. Gonna need more of that, though. Welcome, Matthew. Well, welcome. How goes? Smiles at you. Mm-hmm. Oh, woo. Smiles at you. Oh, woo. Notice your massive fucking bulge, Audrey. Oh, we're talking about some sussy heretical bullshit right now. I do all the trim on this lovely Titan. I'm just very roughly just jamming this Runelord Blast trim on the trim parts, and then I'm going to again fix it up when I fill in the red details. And I'm going for more for speed than anything. You'll probably never see this from the front or the back, hopefully. Actually, from the back, I'll probably repaint the backs with more brass later. But until then, I just need to get the fronts looking good. Get it around here. The Femboy Jin's Titan, yes. The Femboy Jin Titan with the butt plug Ardex Defensor turret. Because you need to have protection in the rear. And I do mean that. Here's the butt plug Ardex Defensor turret. It's literally plugged where the butt would be, facing outwards, backwards. It is literally part of the official design. No one can dispute that. The shameless plug defense. Yes, you cannot be shamed when you are shameless. So to be shameless is to be undefeatable. Yep. Okay. And then these little shits here. And I'm going to work on filling the color fillings after that. I'm going to need more of this brass. Dollop. Dollop. Oh, yeah. Okay, so also grab these by the turret itself. Although, ooh. That ring around the turret is the color, though. Okay. Let's just... I know, let's go inside outside. That's easier. Yeah, the whole turret mount itself is also the brass color. Around. There we go. Now grab it by the tip of the turret. Nope. Oh!
Right now, mommy, daddy button.
That's so good. Thank you for the dick punch again. I'm glad they do enjoy them dick punches. They are very motivating. They help get the energy going, the creative juices flowing. They make pee hot. Wait, yes. Yay! I imagine do want to get an animation to play with that beyond just the Awesome Powers voice clip. But again, I need time to actually... Oh wait, no, hold on. We did joke, but maybe I will legitimately commission Plum to dick punch me in an animation. Something to budget for next month. Hi, Plum! Remember you said I could commission you to dick punch me? Here's money. Let's do it. That would be really fucking funny. Now just get the general rim of this brassed up, just in case. Okay. Final piece. Oh, thank you for the follow, Pulse Clapper. Dick Punched upgrade. Yes, I'm going to upgrade the Dick Punch. If Dick Punch shall become Crotch Punch, which is the entire crotch will get punched, not just the dick only. Yeah. Thank you for following as we're talking about dick punching. That is totally the content that is meant to be here in my miniature building and painting streams. And I'm not being ironic about that. Major Sussy Barker, for sure. Again, I probably should be playing as Slaanesh. However, the Slaanesh rules themselves are not that good. They are not that balanced right now. And honestly, the Slaanesh models, like Noisemeat and stuff, they don't look as fucked up as the stories and stuff would make them seem. They seem too tame, so I probably have to go full third-party mods. I actually won't play Slaanesh. Just for the proper body horror fucked upness of it all. But that would be the true unbrandedness. Yep, just finish up that trim around here. The Grundle uppercut, the cockpit fist, the urethral impaction. Yes, the urethral impaction. There we go. Have you bludgeoned your urethra yet? There we go. Okay. trims applied. Clean the brush up. Get my slightly smaller brush. Gooch armed. Gucci Gucci. Now, let us begin adding some red to this. Let me... There you go, that looks a good spot for some red. I'm going to work on... Which part should I redden? I'm going to redden the little chest plate things first as a test. And if that works out well, I'll work on the rest of it. Bap. Blap. Shake, 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 shake. I'm going to be using Too Thin Coat's Emperor Red for this. Seemed like a nice one, because like the Emperor Red is on the bandana thing here. That seems like a nice, solid red to work with. See how it looks. Worst case is, this red will form as a good basis for whatever other red I use on top of it instead. Now let's just get a decent amount. There we go. The bloody femboy. Why is the femboy bloody? And where? Okay, load up. And now, the actual delicate work here. Stabilize and just stick the color where it needs to go. And of course, this is, again, this is called Too Thin Coats. This will probably 2 coats to properly cover everything, but let's just do our best with the first coat. Even if it's uneven, just stick with it, go with it, trust the process. The second coat onwards will even it out. Just get the first coat in to be there, to be the basis to work from. Again, this is both wisdom for the chat as well as a reminder to myself to, trust the process. Don't try to immediately get the coverage going in one go if it can't do it. Yep. Carry the warm horror movie reference. Yep. The half. Oh, probably. And I know in the some paint schemes they actually halve the colors on the leg armor. When I get to leg armor, I'll consider if I want to do the color halving or not. This is it's one big model, so delaying the finishing of it for an extra detail on this guy, I'm willing to make just because this is a big centerpiece style model. This one deserves like the slower speed to make it look fancy. And the extra work. Cool, but again, get the base layers first so you have something to do the advanced shit on later. Go, okay. 1, 2. Dunk. So what time is it? Okay, so yeah. Looks like I got a good 30 minutes before I should call end. Just so I can pack up and be to sleep at a decent time, because I got shit to do in the morning for work and whatnot. And then I have to survive the day for the actual Necromunda game itself. So I need to myself actually pack my damn models for tomorrow. So, yeah. Don't go too past midnight, and pack my damn models. Oop. Load up. Yep. There we go. Nice. All the way around. Perfect. Okay, yeah, leave it. Layer 2 after it's dry will finish it up. Big boy, go sleep. Life cycle be like, stay up, work, survive, Necromunda. Yes. Literally. Sleep. Work, survive, Warhammer. Then work, survive, watch porn. Actually, no, not really watch porn. Just look at art as references and try to just figure out how to do the drawings. It's weird when you from just being a purveyor of it to actually trying to draw it yourself, your attitude changes to like, I am actually legitimately respectfully analyzing how was this drawn. How were the lines done? How was the anatomy done? And you start to appreciate more than just the image itself. And then you realize it's got two left hands or something, and the fingers don't work right. You guys, oh god, I've been looking at an AI image this entire fucking time. And then the entire mood is broken, and it's like, well, shit. FAP ruined. FAP and research ruined. How dare. I'll never financially recover from this. I'll never chronologically recover from this. So far, this is a big flat piece. I'll do the edges I'll do the outline edges with my small brush, but then go for a bigger brush to actually fill in the center. Oop. These tiny little baubles here. Yeah, the Kyoto Fap indeed. Like there was no soul was in this artwork. There was no camaraderie with the artist. No familiarity with, you're into the same fucking shit I am. No, this was just cheap fucking AI gen with weird ass hands and fingers. Just fucking truly disgusting. Truly debauched. Insulting even. Whoop. Flip around. A little bit more. Again, layer 1 will look like shit as always. Trust the process, but right now, process I need to just outline this area first. There. We can brush up a bit. Get the big brush. And load that with the red. There we go. Now, a big brush to fill the big surface gap here. Or surface area here. There we go. Let that dry. And then come back with a second coat later. This one I'm going to do is good to the other one. I'm just going to generally fill in the center of this one. And then come back with the small brush to do the edges. Oop. I'm going to brush one direction horizontally so that layer 2 I'll do vertically instead, and that should really eliminate any paint lines, if any. This is usually a pretty well leveling paint, so there should not be any paint lines, but still, just in case. Yeah, slight paint mistake, I can fix that later. There we go. Clean up the brush first, so paint doesn't dry on it. Ugh. And now we go to the edge with the small brush. Right to the edge. Nice and carefully. Right around. Doop. All the way to the end. Doop. Rotate. Right around. Very carefully. Need to fix up the brass here later. Curious later, when you make a mistake like that, let the damn paint dry first, then fix it up. A bit more. There we go. Let's just blend that in a bit more. Okay. Okay, there we go. Let that dry. Let's just let that dry first. Kirishida Supala Nosha. Oh, what's that? Well, okay. Get the front shoulder pieces here. Let's see how the timing like. Pretty good. Nope. Load up. Okay, there's gonna be a bit. This is a bit more complex of a pattern here to go around. Let's just outline around it first. Come on, eyes, focus. Okay. Around the ribbon. So you're a bit lower activity right now just because I'm just really focusing on getting the brush where it needs to go. Nice and carefully. Right here. Yeah. Right along. Do not. Oh, right. Perfect. Along the edge we go. This edge here might actually have more brass to it, so again, future touch-up should be worth it. Right now, just again apply color where it needs to get. Get it to the edge, right across. Whoop. To the edge. To the window, to the wall. Well, come back here. Reach it in. Nice. All the way through. Sweaty balls, indeed. Balls are definitely getting sweaty. I would dry them, but I like them dank. Okay. Spot more water, spot more paint. Bald and wet. Rank talking indeed, yep. Straight to these edges here. right along between all that shit there. Okay, around. Nice and easy along. Whoop, whoop, whoop. And then this side. There we go. Touch it up a bit. Huh, okay. I outlined the entire fucking thing. Well, colored around the entire fucking thing. Oh god, wait, hold on, no. Oh, there's the inside. 1 second. There's the inside here. Yeah, yeah. Wait a second. Hold, hold, hold. There's a spot inside. There. Okay, now I've done that entire fucking thing. And then this part here looks like it actually be part of the brass trims. But I'll fix that up later once all this paint, well, after I do the 2 layers and stuff and just get a nice even coat. Like here's not quite even, but it's dry enough. So let me just slam a second coat over the area. Since I see it. Just reinforce that coat with number 2. Nice and carefully across. There we go. Need to maybe do it vertical next time. And I'm just doing it this way just because it looks like just over the convex part, the paint thinned out a bit. So I'm just reinforcing that paint a bit more now. Very carefully. Right across. There we go. Color is reinforced. This spot needs to be reinforced here now. And it looks like this is going to be a 3-coat shenanigan for sure here. Sam, I can't believe you spoiled my raised search history with the Metabots and such. Oh no. You spoil your search history? Too bad. I guess you get to respoil it then. Okay, then the same very careful tracings on this piece now. Very carefully. Right along. Yeah. Follow very carefully. Right along. Nice and carefully. Rotate around. Humane infection alert, indeed. Yes to all of the above. Load it up some more. Right to the edge. Poke it in. across and along. Okay. Come on, I can do this. Whoop. Right along. There. Okay. Are you a true Renata Dabba? Along. Very carefully. Stick. Stab. Pokey prod. Right along. Yep, there we go. In here, around the corner, the bend. Nice. Jabberwocky ahead, heard from local music here. Uh-huh. Jabberwocky. Yeah. Right around. Poke it. Prod it. Slip it and slide it. Right between all these little details. Yeah. Okay, there we go. That's another complicated piece trick. Oh, you have a small little indented part here for some color to go. And let me just do that while I'm here. Nice. Okay. Do that on this piece before I forget that. Maximum nonsense maxing. I like to nonsense max all the time. There we go. Okay. Ugh. Oh my goodness. Oh, God, let me just quickly do a quick stretchy stretch. Oh. I nonsense max as much as possible. Put it that way. When am I not nonsense maxing? Never, that's when. When you max nonsense. Oh, God. Oh, shit. Oh, I'm just... Oh. After doing that stretch, it's like, oh, wow. It felt really good to stretch like that. I've been bending over a bit too much tonight. That's the sussy barker side of things. Yeah, I'll barker your sussy all the time. I think after that stretch, I think I might just call it there because oh my god, I didn't realize how bad I was feeling from bending forward this much. So I think, where's my tissue? Hold on, where's the not jizz tissue? There you go. Clean up, absorb the water up here. I think I will be calling it there. I think. Oh wow. I'll sussy your barker. Oh, I accept this 24-hour sussy barkering. You may please barker me, barker me tie me, barker me tie sussy me harder, baby. Yes. Anyway, let us see. Where can I send the fun to tonight? Hoopsters. Oh, here we go. Wait, hold on. I see. I see a target. Hey, do you want something sussy? Let's go say hi to another lovely sussy person. Let's get the raid going. What? No, bro. There we go. Raid going. Sweet dreams. Hope they are wet. They are always wet, sir. How wet they are when I wake up, we'll see though. Turn up because I pissed myself. Anyway, yeah, let's go to Maro Melandra. She's a lovely VTuber. She does model kits as well, although it looks like she's doing retro stuff. But yeah, let's get the raid message. The raid message is going to be... Wait. Okay, that was weird. My chat refreshed. Anyway, raid message. What? Not sure why my raid message kept doing that. Okay, raid message is going to be, the community has come to Chumpy McChumpface around and maybe drip paint everywhere. And then we can add random emotes. We can... I'm just using my own emotes, but y'all may change it to once you have access to and stuff. Blammo. Again, a new emote in this as well for followers, which I think you have to be subscribed if you use it outside channels, but still. The Coleman Pog from Inari. Yeah, I thank you all for coming. Great appreciated. And until next time, away. Oh, shit. You. Away we go.